Pink Beret was another provocateur. She is what I would refer to as the female Ray Epps. She showed up there ostensibly with her boyfriend at the time. They were supposed to, on the record, be Trump supporters. No way she was at Trump's speech because they were there far in advance of the breach. Her boyfriend at the time, who is now her husband, was a participant in shoving those barricades over. 2 different times, she grabs 2 different duffel bags of different types of gear and hands it off to protesters. And then those protesters are ultimately charged with stealing property.
Interesting.
I mean, she is clearly doing a job, even though she had been high definition face. She wasn't never wearing a face mask. She was seen on her phone, using her phone, and of course, as you learned in the trials, they had the geofencing that could have identified her. So all of these resources that the FBI has at identifying this particular character, they never did until about the early part of this year. Eventually, the feds had to file charges. So they did the 4 basic misdemeanor charges that anybody that walked into the building. No incitement, and they didn't get her. So they gave her the 4 basic charges. And then the story tried to go away because there's no arrest. Well, I called my attorney, former federal prosecutor for 22 years, and I said, Brad, got a question for you. I said, isn't it standard procedure that charging documents, criminal complaints, are held under court seal until the defendant or the accused has been arrested? He said, yeah. He said, that's true in about 95% of cases. And I said, what's the other 5? He said, well, if the government's wanting to notify the person.
So the appearance would be, they don't really want to arrest you. They're just putting it out.
They're just putting it out there. Right. Well, there's no answers. There's no clues as to why this is out there for weeks and weeks on end, and she's never been arrested.